Hello, hello. Welcome to a new week. What we're doing is we're going to be pulling some cards for ruling number, as per ruling number, for what karmic themes are rising up in order to support you in service to you and your expansion and growth. And so if you do not know your ruling number, I invite you to take a look at my link and you can get access to a free numerology mini reading where you receive your ruling number and short synopsis of what that means. If you want to dive even deeper, then I invite you to connect with me for a 30-minute call where we dive into your numbers, your ruling number, and your birth card. And if you want to learn how to play, then we have playing card certification that begins at the Wednesday. And it is a 6-week journey where you begin channeling the playing cards and understand some different spreads so that you can pull some cards for yourself, for family, for friends, for your clients, if you wish to monetize. This is a great way of beginning to channel the frequency, the numbers itself. And so we'll begin with ruling one. Ruling one, what karmic themes are rising up for your expansion and growth? What karmic themes are rising up in service for your expansion and growth this week? So what do you want? This is, as I'm feeling it for the ruling ones, it feels as though you're kind of shattering the illusion of what it is that you actually want to experience rather than how others told you to be, what you're supposed to want, what society says you're supposed to want, paying attention to what's happening on social media and the world. You're being invited to come back to you to assess, what do I want? What do I want to experience? Am I willing to move through a journey to attain, to manifest, to have that experience for me? Or am I willing to choose me? And in that choosing, your action is to notice all the places where you don't feel safe to do that, where you are in control and manipulation of your physical experience, meaning where you might be controlling others who are in your life, or experiences in your life in order to feel safe, in order to be validated, in order to be loved, so that you can create the flow in your life. And so you can begin by moving through this week to notice, where am I in drama? Am I in drama with my money, with my job, with people in my life? And is that giving me a false sense of safety in my life? Am I willing to feel safe here now and to feel that frequency here now? So what do I want? Can I allow myself to feel safe in what it is that I want, I want to experience? Am I willing to break through by choosing what it is that I want and breaking through the illusion of safety, of value, of love? Of I'm feeling manipulation, of control, so that I can begin to receive the fulfillment and the blessing from the mind. And so it almost feels like what you want is more bigger than what you think, that it's actually a full, complete, whole lifestyle that you desire, that you're choosing to have life on your own. So moving through this helps you to come into a better refinement of what you want to experience in this lifetime, and understanding that you are here to do big things, and knowing that you are here to experience more than what you have been told or what you have held onto. And so this is a big week for you, ruling ones. I am curious to how this resonates for you. Let me know in the comments. Awesome. Ruling two, what karmic themes are rising up for you in service for you to grow, to expand, to break through? All right. Hey. So, what are you attached to? What is it that you're holding on to? Are you willing to let things fall away? You are coming into completion of a cycle. And so, what it is that you're seeing in your life is the manifestation of it. So, whether that is the money that you have in your bank account, the relationship that you have, the way that your business is running, the way that your home is, it's really because it's the diamonds, it's with places, it's with things. And it's also with your own inherent value. And so this feels like you're breaking through an understanding of your own innate inherent value that is always available for you. Your action is to come together to come together and to notice how others are mirroring you and to fall in love with you. So others in your life are going to mirror back how you love yourself. And so, as things are falling away, as you're noticing these things that are tied to the value of you, and so holding on to, we'll use the example of a status symbol of a Lamborghini. And I'm saying Lamborghini because I keep on seeing them in my experience. So the value of a Lamborghini, meaning that I've met this certain status, that I am so successful, that my business must be flourishing, or that I'm married to a rich man, whatever meaning I give to this Lamborghini, I'm willing to let that go and to see it as just a car. And that this does not mean that I will receive love from others. It does not mean that I will receive value from others. And so my action is to notice those people in my life and to notice that they are mirroring back this love for me. And am I willing to love me first? And so if they're mirroring something that I don't desire about how I see myself, am I willing to face it, feel it, free it, so that I can fall into deeper love with me, fall deeper in love with my body? And the result is this blessing, this freedom that you have in your physical experience. It almost feels like the unlatching of these handcuffs. That are holding you bound to keeping these things in your life that are no longer in service or supporting you on this journey. And so it is this blessing of new ideas, new pathways for you to go in, new opportunities to expand the things that you have now, because you've now created this space for these things to happen. You're essentially taking your life higher, and your physical experience is higher, because you're letting go of the need. I need to hold on. And so when we let go of the need, typically the things that we desire just kind of fall into the place. My money just falls into place. The love that you have falls into place, because it's all from within first, inside out. And so let me know how that resonates for you. I'm going to invite you to take a look at the weekly forecast, to use that as another lens to see how the numbers are supporting you in this expansion. Ruling 3. Awesome. What karmic themes are rising up in service for you so that you may break through them this week? Ruling 3. Ooh, interesting. So, okay, so it's noticing. So this can represent people that are in your life, people that it can even represent your own thinking patterns that you have, where you are thinking and choosing less than on behalf of a pattern that is no longer yours to hold. And so this can represent, we'll use the example because it's a Jack, a younger energy, a man coming back into your life. And I say back because we're also in Mercury retrograde, which usually represents people from our past coming back so that we may break through our patterns. And so it can represent a person coming back into your life who you may have discovered to be not necessarily truthful, experienced many lies or things out of integrity. It's inviting you to be in integrity with your own value, to in fact act on behalf of it. And so it's noticing the people that you have in your life, the experiences that you have with the material, This is an initiation into higher value so that you can come in the direction and the movement of, I choose this life. I choose this life from a place of vast, limitless possibility. Typically the Ace of Diamonds, and that's me, and I'm a ruling 3, which is fascinating. The Ace of Diamonds has this toggle between I can only have love or I can only have money. And so they're always moving between the two. And this is inviting you to know that you can have the life that you experience, that you do not have to sacrifice. But in order to have this, you must break through. And in order to have this, you must be willing to choose yourself first, to have the love, to know your value, so that you can begin to experience the blessing, the receiving of that love that you so desire. So it feels as though with these cards that you've been moving in the direction of, I choose wealth, I choose success, I choose this first, rather than knowing that you can have both. And in that choosing, claiming that I can have both, I can have the life that I desire, you begin to receive the fulfillment of that love. And this almost feels like the shakeup of the patterns are falling away now, because this also feels like this polarity of being too nice, of being the empath. The result is receiving love fully, wholly, completely. Yeah, it really does feel good. And so ruling threes, let me know how that resonates for you. Very cool week. Interesting patterns. All right, ruling 4. What karmic themes are rising up in service for you to break through? Ruling 4. Interesting. It almost feels like as if the ruling 4s are indecisive right now. Oh. Ruling 4s are feeling indecisive. So it's interesting. Uh-huh. All right. So you're breaking through a pattern of value. This is you're having a values conflict within yourself, where you're placing value on the outside. You're placing value on the material things that you have. You're placing value on the people that you have in your life. It's almost like the more numbers, the better. So the more likes, the better. The more money in the bank, the better. The more people I have in my community, the better. And when I say the better, it means I'm more popular. That it means that I'm successful. It means that I'm driven. It means that I am in balance, which is interesting. And so whatever that means for you, in balance, you're having a values conflict within yourself, because really the 7 of Diamonds is inviting you to come back in and to feel the value that is already with you, that has always been here, and that you don't have to try to manifest the value out there, that it is a natural occurrence for the feedback to be received based on the inherent value that you have. Oh my goodness, your action. Okay, I had to pause that for a moment because I couldn't stop coughing. Ruling 4s, and so there's a lot of energy that is moving through. This is a very ingrained karmic theme that's rising up for you to clear. The action is it's essentially burn everything down, let everything fall away so that it can be rebirthed. It's this rise of the phoenix, but the rise of the phoenix is you, and it's rising up from these fires, but the fire that is around you is burning up what no longer serves. I'm also feeling this energy of shame that's wanting to rise up and to move out. And so we allow that shame to rise up and go. Your action, oh, I love that. So your action is to allow for this rebirthing to happen for you, through you, as you, within you, so that you may experience it in your physical life. Yeah. And so it's interesting because you have this rebirth energy, and then again, we land into death. And so the result is you start to see all of the things that have fallen away, so that you can begin to receive the awareness, to see what is actually here to stay, to continue to move forward with you. Yeah, so this rising of the ashes, it's almost like the way that I see it is this phoenix rises up, and with the phoenix, it takes along with it whatever is meant to be carried forward with them. But this falling away, this rebirth is from the whole self. So we're talking mental patterns, we're talking emotional, we're talking physical patterns, we're talking about physical things that you are holding on to that are representing your value. And so are you willing to let it go? Are you willing to let it die? Yeah. So if you haven't watched the weekly forecast, I'm going to invite you to watch the weekly forecast and see how this moves along with you through this journey as you break through. This is a really big weeks for you. And so let me know how that resonates for you. And if you need some further support, I invite you to connect with me for a report so we can take a look at your numbers and see what is happening for you in support for you. Awesome. All right. Ruling 5. Ruling 5. What karmic themes are rising up in service for you to break through this week? What karmic themes are rising up in service for you to break through this week? So ruling 5s, it really feels like you're moving through this. It feels like an emotional shake up, an emotional malaise. This can be anxiety. This could be depression. This can be an experience of threesome, meaning that there can be a relationship experience with 3 people. And so you may be moving through an experience or a karmic theme that is allowing for you to come into a deeper connection with yourself, with your soul, with your wholeness, to invite you to see your values so that you may discover what it is that you want to experience. There are patterns of self-abuse, of self-betrayal, of self-denial, of abandonment, of betrayal, if I haven't already said that, that are rising up to be seen for you to like I see this like a knife, like a machete, like you're breaking through this, the weeds, the grass, and this experience that you're having, whether it's malaise or anxiety or an experience with, you discovered that your partner may not have been fully committed to you. And so in this ruling 5s, as I'm feeling you, there's this desire to run away, to go and hide, to put your head in the sand and to just seclude yourself and be alone, when really and truly you're being invited to see it, face it, feel it, free it, to break through it, and to decide, what is it that I actually want? Do I want to continue to play with this and have more and more and more of this? Your action is to continue to break through it and to see where you're playing and running around in these same patterns in all of these places. As I'm looking at it, there's this web, there's this weaving that you have where it's in all of these intricate places with your life or through your life. You can see it with your career, you can see it with your parents, you can see it if you have children with your children, you can see it with all of these places. What's coming through is, are you done being the nice girl or boy? Are you done being the nice boy or girl? Are you willing to come back to your power, to be full of what it is that you want to experience, so that you may express that out to others, not because you are in power over them, right? Because sometimes we can move from being the nice girl to the other side of being the bully. Am I willing to discover and choose the middle so that I can come into the expression of what it is that I want to experience? Because there are many things that I want to experience. In order for me to do that, I must see these patterns and break through them. And as I break through these patterns, as I move through this journey, I come into deeper connection, communication with others. I start to express what it is that I want, what it is that I want to experience. I'm willing to share what I've discovered as the truth of what is flowing through me, not because I am right, but because this is what I desire. And so you're now inviting people to meet you where you are. This is who I am. You're having relationship shakeups. These relationship shakeups are inviting or showing you where you are in these different patterns, in these different drama triangles with these people, so that you can choose peace and I decide that I'm no longer going to play this with these people. I decide I'm going to be in peace. I decide that I no longer want drama in my life. And I express myself and I let them know. And sometimes in the expression of yourself, it doesn't necessarily mean words. And so this is an invitation for you to come into deep love and reverence for you. It's time to choose you. Okay, ruling fives. Let me know how that resonates for you. If you haven't taken a look at the weekly forecast, I invite you to take a look at that to see how that resonates for you. This is a big week. And so you can see through the lens of this ruling number 5 into what's happening this week to see how it is serving you, supporting you in this journey. All right. Ruling 6s. Hey, what karmic themes are rising up in service for me so that I may break through them this week? As I'm feeling the ruling 6s, it feels like there's a lot of movement. Like I need to get this done. I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this. There's like it's like this mouse energy, this mice that it busy, 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 busy. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And so I'm curious to what's rising up. As I'm feeling this, it feels as though you do things for others. You're breaking through how you are in relationship with other people. In this, it feels as though you may be experiencing, I'm the nice girl. I take on the burdens of others. You might have a lot of drama in your life. I do this so that I am loved. I do this so that I am validated. I do this. And so it's actually an exchange. And are you willing to just come back to you, to fall in love with you? What's interesting is as I'm feeling this ruling 6 is that you've got the 4 of diamonds. And so you've got, how am I coming together in relationship with others? And your action is to break through so that you can create some stability, some structure in your life. It really feels like you're breaking out of the codependence so that you can come into your own. And so it's interesting because with this 4 of diamonds, it feels as though this is, okay, well, if I do this for you, then if I do this for my mom and dad, then maybe my mom and dad will give me money so that I can go and I can pay rent. Maybe if I go and I can do this, then maybe I can, I can go and I can receive food. There's an interesting karmic pattern and this interplay of I need to keep those around me, or I need to be in service. Service being very loose, service for them, but in that I'm actually in manipulation and control so that I can feel safety in my life. And so but the 4 of diamonds is inviting you to take a look, to assess your life. Take a look at your life and notice where you're out of flow and notice where you're not valuing yourself, where you are allowing your bank account to mean that, oh, I'm successful or I'm safe. Where you are looking at your job, which tells you, oh, I'm safe because I'm receiving a paycheck every 2 weeks, where attaining a client means, whew, I'm okay. Thank God. I have some sort of structure in place, whatever those things are. And so wherever you are not in flow, is an indication of where you can start to raise up your own value, the value of who you are, reassess what it is that you actually want to experience, because I feel like this and this together it's a little bit commingled and enmeshed with wanting things that other people want in order to be loved, so you can get money, so that you can feel safety. And in that, there's a breaking through of these thinking patterns of, these thinking patterns of this plus this equals money, this plus this equals safety, this plus this equals this, because the this plus this are very untrue. They're actually false. So I'm really going to invite you to take a look at the weekly forecast, because you are breaking through what we're breaking through this week. So that will give you another lens of what's happening, and your invitation, your greater invitation this week. This is a very big week for you. And so I love it. Let me know how that resonates in the comments. And if you require support, I invite you to connect with me, and we can dive in deeper with a 30-minute free call. And wishing you an extraordinary week. Bye for now.